A lot of the fans, they're saying Keyshawn was calling out Devin, he was calling out Ryan, all the big names, and it winds up being Nahir ALBRIGHT. Some of them feel like that's underwhelming for the level you've been fighting at right now. What do you say to that, Keyshawn?
I feel like I agree. You know, going into this fight, I wanted to fight Oscar Duarte. And we was pushing for Oscar Duarte, but he had other plans, I guess. And I pushed for other 2 fighters as well, but, you know, Top Rank insisted on me fighting Nahir ALBRIGHT because they love the story. You know, Keyshawn, the 2 times that I went to Norfolk, Virginia, I chose Limos and I chose De Los Santos. So Top Rank wanted this fight, so I follow my promotion.
Wow, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Keyshawn Davis just came clean and accepts all the hate, all the backlash, all the clapping back at Keyshawn Davis after beating Jermaine Ortiz, dropping several videos on several different fighters. Isaac Pitbull Cruz, Lamont Roach Jr., Debo Devin Haney, right? Went to the Friday house, was calling this dude out. Connor Ben. But then ended up giving us the news. Not the breaking news, but the news. That he's going to be fighting against Nahir ALBRIGHT. Part-time nurse Nahir ALBRIGHT. Great boxer, don't get me wrong. Coming off a draw against Frank Martin. Before that, beat up the older brother of Keyshawn Davis, Calvin Davis. To the point where it triggered all 3 of the brothers, Keon, Calvin, and Keyshawn Davis, who was supposed to headline that card against Edwin De Los Santos, missed weight. That fight gets canceled. Abdullah Mason steals the show. Nahir ALBRIGHT beats up his brother. It triggered them to go to the locker room and cause that scuffle. The boxing fans weren't having it. And Keyshawn Davis just blamed it on Top Rank Boxing and on Bob Arum. He says the promotion company wanted this fight to happen. I didn't want this fight at all. Sean Zittal breaks down exactly what we just talked about, the critiques that he's been getting from the boxing fans. And he says he agrees to it. All the backlash, everything. Y'all's right. I understand. Because I shouldn't be fighting Nahir ALBRIGHT. I shouldn't.
That you wanted something more than a Nahir ALBRIGHT.
Yeah.
But I see them saying, man, he did all this is their words, clout chasing, talking out this guy, that guy, and then he winds up with an ALBRIGHT fight. What do you say to the fans and the boxing public saying all that?
I know that's right. I know they fucking right. I didn't want this fight. If you want my honest opinion, if y'all wanted a response off that, I didn't want to fight Nahir ALBRIGHT, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to fight a better opponent. I wanted to fight Oscar Duarte. But people just got other things going on.
And I respect that from Keyshawn Davis, because he could have went at this with a whole different way. He could have been like, nah, Nahir ALBRIGHT deserves this fight. You know, he's whoop-de-woo, that and that. Nah, bruh. You can't make an argument for this. You can't fool the boxing world. We all know Keyshawn Davis should not be in there against Nahir ALBRIGHT in a rematch after coming off a knockout win against Jermaine Ortiz and calling out all these fighters. I understand, all these fighters are booked. But Nahir ALBRIGHT rematch, it kind of just seemed like, what? Why? Even Calvin Davis in this interview says, I didn't even want this fight for Keyshawn Davis. I was trying to get that rematch with Nahir ALBRIGHT.
Other things going on. You want to say something?
I ain't want him to have this fight. I wanted that fight. You know what I'm saying? But like they said, Top Rank wanted to push for him to fight Nahir ALBRIGHT so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the real, making 140 was drastic for me last fight. You know what I'm saying? I put more energy into making 140 than really into the fight. And that was one of my hardest fights of my career, for sure. So I wanted that fight at a heavier weight class, but Top Rank wanted Keyshawn to fight it, so I can't, like you said, the promoters make the fights at the end.
Now, I don't know if that, hey, bro, I don't know if he's capping or not, but he claims he wanted that rematch with Nahir ALBRIGHT, but Top Rank was pushing for this fight with Keyshawn Davis. It's absolutely breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, because even me, I was like, what? Why are we getting this fight again? I mean, It just doesn't make sense. Keyshawn Davis is taking 2 steps back. And he just admitted that he shouldn't be in the ring when he hear ALBRIGHT. So let me know what you guys think, man. It's absolutely interesting. That lets me know right there that this fight, when you hear ALBRIGHT, he knows, bro, that he should win this fight. He shouldn't be in the ring with this dude, and he should be fighting the higher level competitors, bigger name fights. Keyshawn Davis says we're right. Let me know what you guys think, ladies and gentlemen. It's breaking news.